involving and empowering policymakers and public institutions. Sustainability in the textile sector requires systemic change. While companies develop new solutions, public institutions define the rules, incentives, and long-term strategies that shape the market. European frameworks such as the EU Green Deal, the new European Bauhaus, the Social Economy Action Plan, and the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive are already influencing how products are designed, how waste is managed, and how transparency is ensured. The textile sector is undergoing a rapid transformation. New materials, circular models, and digital traceability systems are changing how products are created and managed. At the same time, collaboration between different actors is becoming increasingly important to align innovation with sustainability goals. Organisations such as Textile Exchange work at industry level to guide this transition. They develop standards, support the adoption of more sustainable materials, and promote transparency across global supply chains. These initiatives help companies and policymakers define common frameworks and more effective sustainability strategies. In the past, innovation was often driven by individual companies. Today, it increasingly requires collaboration between different actors. This systemic approach can be described through the Quadruple Helix model, where industry, education, public institutions, and society contribute to innovation and sustainability. Within this ecosystem, each actor plays a specific role. Companies focus on innovation and testing solutions. Education develops the skills needed for the transition. Public institutions define the regulatory framework. Communities influence behaviours and consumption patterns. The interaction between these actors enables a shift from isolated actions to more coordinated and systemic change. This transition is not only technological, but also organisational and cultural. It requires professionals who can understand both innovation and policy, such as sustainability managers, innovation officers, or policy advisors, and who can connect different sectors. Companies need profiles able to interpret regulations and integrate them into design and production processes. Public institutions also need to better understand how innovation works in practice. Collaboration requires structured approaches. Methods such as living labs, design thinking, and hackathons support interaction between stakeholders and enable the testing of solutions in real contexts. Platforms such as Fashion for Good provide examples of this approach, developing pilot projects to test innovations such as recycling technologies and traceability systems. These activities generate insights that can inform both industry practices and policy development. Collaboration takes place at different levels. At the local level, cities act as testing environments. For example, cities like Amsterdam are testing and implementing circular textile initiatives involving companies, citizens, and public authorities. At the European level, organisations such as Euratax support coordination between industry and policymakers, contributing to strategies on circular economy and industrial transition. Collaboration becomes effective when it leads to concrete action. Pilot projects, testing environments, and shared initiatives allow stakeholders to move from ideas to implementation. This helps translate policy priorities into measurable results. In this way, sustainability becomes not only a goal, but a shared and operational process.